Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing, man? Antonelli here.
Especially on breaking balls, I know, like, I struck out on last Saturday on a breaking ball, and I just remember it was this, and then my legs go forward, and then my head's just gone, and I have no chance. Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost like I have to find a way to, like, sink into this a little more and not... my brain, it's a hard time doing that.
Yeah.
I guess because the one thing that, like... I think in high school, like, my coaches were very, like, old school people.
Yep.
And then, so, like, pretty much my whole life, I've done, like, I just kind of figured out what to do.
Yep.
And I would do a lot of drills where, like, I'd be here and then I'd, like, restart my swing and, like, I would feel that. And I think that just now leads to me doing that a lot.
Stop.
Yeah, and then you
go.
re-go. And it's almost like when I'm here, I don't just swing from there. I, like, have to reboot my swing to go. And so, like, that's why I think a lot of times when I load, my load is very, like, loopy.
Yeah.
And so, because I'm so used to doing this and then, like, and, like, sliding, I don't know, something like that.
It's like when you're swinging, your body is almost programmed to shift and swing. Kind of. So it's like you go
I go
shift,
here, and
swing.
then I feel like a lot of times that's why I do that.
Right.
Whenever I'm feeling good, I don't feel it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember two weekends ago, I hit probably one of the hardest balls I've ever hit. It was like 2 inches from going out, and it literally didn't get higher than this off the ground. And I was like, that's the hardest ball I ever hit. And I remember when I finished, I literally was like back, my leg wasn't like this, and I was like, I don't even know how I just did that.
Right.
So I just felt so, like, centered, I guess. And not, it felt like my load was here, and then when I swung, I was very centered. I wasn't, like, loopy and drifting.
Okay.
Now I feel like I'm doing better, just because I'm thinking about not doing this with my load. That pitch here, normally, I'm very this. So, like, if I have the ability to stay here on that ball and think this way instead of that way, that's, like, 10 times better.
Very good, right.
My weight is on my toes out here.
Like on the outside of your toes?
Like, my swing is... Even when I'm like this, I still feel very this.
Oh, well, yeah.
And it's not like, you know when you watch, like, I don't know, like Barry Bonds, like when his foot blows out, all that stuff? It's not like that where I'm landing and then it goes with the rest of my body. It's like my body's already going that way before I even make contact.
It's like it's going this way.
Yeah.
It's not from a rotating and then having it come up.
Exactly. That was good. About getting into this enough that I just don't think about it. And then when I don't, I'm here. But when I do, I can actually, like, now I'm actually, like, into the ground and lower to the ground. It's not just I'm, like, standing on
nothing.
peg legs or whatever.
Right.
You know,
set yourself up, boom, like that.
Yeah.
And then from there, you're going to feel like you're going to make that
keep
move.
This here.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
You're going to take all the slack out of your muscles before you go. Okay. So when it's time to go, it'll look like this. You're here comes the ball. Instead of kind of here comes the ball, get it and go. That makes sense?
Do you see that I'm doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, I don't, okay.
And you don't notice.
So I don't know how to not do that.
So think of it like this. What's up, Juan?
That's so funny, because this is what I always tell myself in video I'm doing, and I just can't feel not to not do this.
All right, so I'll explain it first, and then we'll talk about how to get rid of it.
Cool.
So think about if I'm towing something, right? You got a rope. Let's say you've got a rope on my car, and I'm pulling something heavy.
Sure.
Yeah. And so, like, if I hit the gas in my car, but I haven't taken all the slack out of the rope, you're gonna have to wait, right? It's not gonna go. So the car's gonna go, you're gonna feel all of the slack come out, then whatever you're trailing or whatever you're pulling will go.
Sure.
So you've got to try to, in your body, take all that slack out before you launch, so that when your brain says launch, boom, whatever you're pulling goes. Yeah. So it's like, what you do is you go to you start to make the move and you go to about right here. Yeah. And now, like, if I was going to go from here, I'm not completely, whether you want to call it pulled back, coiled with your lower half, whatever, you're not completely there. You're like 70% there.
Okay.
And then you try to go 100 hit.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm going and my brain says swing, and then my body holds, and then I go.
Yeah, you just got more in you.
Yeah.
And
Instead
so
of load, and then I go, and then I go.
Yeah, so feel like you can kind of go slow. Like when I start to get ready, I can feel as it's kind of building up, trying to take all of the slack out of there.
Okay.
Now, yeah, and you should feel it, like you'll feel it in your back.
Yeah.
Not,
Right,
you're not doing this, but you're just getting it out of there so that, boom, I can go as quickly as possible.
Okay.
So just so you know, this is a side topic, but so in 2008, I had the worst year of my life.
Yeah.
Probably worse than whatever you're going through at any point. Like, this was bad. I couldn't hit. And I kept telling everyone, I don't feel like I didn't feel like my hands were like, or anything was ready to launch, but I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I got older and learned more about the swing where, like, now I can kind of I can sit there and I can go, okay, and I can get myself into the point, like right there. I know that if you told me to go, boom, I could go instantly.
you could just go.
I couldn't find that then. I didn't even know I was looking for it. But that was the key, was like kind of like that, taking out all the slack. And then, in a normal game, you're going to take that out as you're striding.
But then when you land, you go. It's not like land, reset, go.
No. Yeah, exactly. Unless you don't take it out and you go like this, you land, but you still haven't taken it all out. Now you're going to do this to get more of it out of there. And now it's just delaying. Yeah. Because that would be stride, shift. It's stride, shift, swing.
Yeah.
And you want to be stride, swing. When it's time to swing, you swing.
Yeah. That's why I like this kind of stuff, because in reality you see this and you're just like, oh, he's just doing that, when in this could be causing why that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can't just say stop drifting. In 2008, I got yelled at every time I hit off the tee. I'd roll it over and they'd yell, stay inside the ball.
Yeah.
And how many times, I said, I'm trying to stay inside the ball, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
And then we just fight back and forth. Stay inside the ball. I'm trying to stay inside the ball. No, you're not. Stay inside it. I'm like, holy shit, I am trying. And we went back and forth every day.
There's the K-vest when you need it.
It was unbelievable. And then it becomes, well, this guy isn't coachable. He's not doing what I'm telling him.
when in reality, you're like,
I'm trying to do what you're telling me. Keep pulling back.
Heard of the whole rubber band thing. I've heard that.
So the rubber band thing, you mean the rubber band thing as far as front foot and hands going opposite directions? Yeah, so if you watch my video, that's what I was taught when I played.
Yeah.
If you watch my videos from when I was playing 10, 12 years ago, I talk a lot about these going in opposite directions.
Yeah.
But then I started to feel like that move, as I learned more about hitting, I felt like this move made me feel like everything got disconnected.
Okay.
I felt like kind of like you're talking about, it just didn't feel like everything worked together. So now it's this move right here of getting kind of that pulled back move. If you've got a big stride, you've got a lot more time, so you can get it later. Yeah. If you've got a small stride, you're probably going to have to start to get more of it before your foot picks up, because you don't got much time to get ready to hit.
Yeah.
Because your foot's, you're only going to be moving an inch.